peaches come from heaven. The pinkish orange fruit with dimpled top and bottom seems made for holding, with fuzzy hairs that tickle, and smelling subtly of promises, skin thin enough to feel the softness of the flesh. Tempting, alluring, inviting you to try a bite, noisily yielding to your teeth as the juices start to run. Down your fingers, down your chin, and you are forced to suck sweet and luscious pulp between lips that moisten stick. Fructose spilling freely as the flesh squeezed by your mouth erupts into jets of liquid that soak your hand. Mouth filling with wonder, tasting the sticky juicy food. Fingers slipping, sliding, grasping to hold, while the gentlest of flavours dances wildly on your tongue, taking you to ecstasy, bite by bite, coloured like a blushing bride, formed to be perfection, touched like angel skin. Peaches come from heaven.
The mumbling twilight is a restricted area, where concrete walls bleed out their light through blinded eyes, where flashlights cut the night competing with the falling stars, where tarred veins and plastered skins furiously affront the darkness, where the hazy evaporations take away breath and sight, where sleepwalking corpses maintain the stream in the streets, where one's mind becomes the color of that in which one swims. Head thrown back, I stand and stare, dreaming enough dark for the whole world. I know there is no heaven, and it's cold like hell on earth.
Poets, it said, find words in their head, though like raindrops they must be collected. They experiment much with word order and such, till with meaning they line up connected. In this fanciful realm, as you sit at the helm, and inspired words flow with objective, the poetry shows that a good verse lends most to love's song, unless you're inventive. But having said that, like Schrodinger's cat, all verse has a chance to make glory. The only exception is too poor to mention, at least in this much abridged story.
This is called Omanium Mysterium. Walking under trees, their branches spreading to make a green twilight beneath. Peeking in through tiny gaps, the sunlight appears in small rays, reflecting off motes. This cathedral spreads before me, around me, and I am in awe at the silence broken only by the rare piping of a bird or an animal's furtive rustle, or my own tentative footsteps. Walking quietly, reverently, trying not to disturb the grace that surrounds me, lest I blaspheme by accident the majesty of this place that fills me with such peace, I close my eyes and breathe, letting the spirits fuse me. Wild berries present themselves, a small offering of sustenance, and farther on a cool, clear stream sings to me of refreshment. I eat of the berries, and kneeling, drink from the stream, the cold water washing down the berries' tart sweetness. I pause upon the stream's bank and look up into the leaved roof above me as a breeze gently touches my cheek. I have eaten of the body, drunk of the blood of nature, and silently give thanks for the gift of this Eucharist. And that was Omanium Mysterium.
Lady of Rock, that is an old one. I wish to live where the Mother of the Universe rests her feet, to drink from her cup and eat from her table, feel the winter cold, then spring sun warm my grateful body in her hushed valleys as each year passes. I know she will always be there, extended forever toward the heavens, reaching from the earth into cloudless skies, above which shine the lights of her inspired imagination. Let me be of her, so I may feel her ground under my feet, and sense her solidity, knowing she is all understanding this gracious Queen inspires, giving what she can, because the quiet Mother loves every single man.
To William Shakespeare, rest in peace. Shall I now tell thee what they do all time? Thou art's more lovely, far from temperate. Roughly they shake thy darling buds of rhyme, and lovers' lease hath old too short a date. Sometimes so hot their love for passion shines, and often is their comprehension dimmed, and every fair from fair all love declines, by choice or chance or curse of fate untrimmed. Yet thy eternal summer seems to fade, my bard, your seasons seem to be worn out, although they brag to wander in thy shade. Of all thy works, this one they squeeze and spout. All love and love is in thy work, and yet it seems that most they simply do not get.
I went home last weekend. Mother was doing well and is quite feisty for a woman of 89, still playing golf with the girls, toughness bred from being raised on the farm. I went home and saw some old friends. There are only a few left in the old places, bringing back memories of youth, often misspent. I went home and realized that though so much has changed, so little has really changed. The old place is dying, no jobs to be had, nothing to attract. I went home and visited and chatted and recalled the growing up, the joys, the sorrows, and when it was time to leave, I went home.
For the first time in my life, I see constellations beyond the persistent light pollution. The plough, the kite, the tripod, I named that one, and I think I see why the sky's been filled with creatures as fathers have painted it for their children. There's the triangle, and there a napped flint. I missed this view, born blinded by our success as the city flees the night forever. The napped flint's amazing angled edges glisten as I see through my ancestors' eyes, feeling their fear as they see through my newly opened ones. I try to tell them the stars are there whether seen or not. No, says. The unicorn appears, then an entire zoo looks back. We are their keepers, about us to watch they die, and without them we are alone forever. Mines are spill-proof keyboards that backless allow free passage of tannins or iced cola thrown or knocked carelessly over. As drinks seep through, wetting knees, all excitement from life's minibar, they moisten keys, creating shorts in memory as persistent as the retained film of atoms that gives where our will meets the keys the tendency to stick. Mines are like spill-proof keyboards, but soaked in gin and tonic and covered in ash, the guarantee is void.